Hello, I wanted to give some really quick 5-minute videos to kind of go over each of the modules really quick, just so maybe it'll help with any questions that you may have. So Module 1, the first thing you want to know is you need to get in there and do an introduction statement just to show engagement in the course. It's mandatory to engage in the course in the first week of the course or you'll be removed automatically. And so when I get to that page, I'll show you more. So these are your goals and objectives. You will, if you do your intro engagement discussion board by the Wednesday of the first week, which class starts on the 14th, so 14th, 15th, 16th. So long as it's done before Thursday on the 17th, you'll get 10 bonus points. If it's done on the 17th or after, then I'm glad that you did the engagement piece, but you will not get bonus points. Um, so the goal of this first module is to go over ethics and your state board regulations. And so what we're going to do in order to do that is you're going to watch the ethics video and lecture, and in that lecture I'm going to take and go over the Texas State Board regulations, council rules, and I even provided you a state examiner's board meeting so you can kind of see how those are regulated for that state. So I do this state for you. You have a lot of ACA Code of Ethics, state licensure, that type of stuff at your to be able to just link in and view. And then after you watch all the lecture and review the reading material, then you have a very short engagement assignment. Write an introduction. Hey, this is who I am. State that you have read and understood the syllabus. You can watch the syllabus review, which is a video also going over that. Read the syllabus. If you have any questions, in the beginning is the time to ask if something's not very clear. The next thing is your discussion board for the module, and you can see here that I have went ahead and put in since I did the lecture on Texas, I went ahead and put in that as a sample. So I provided you with what the grid should look like. So you're just going to make a 3-column grid, and you're going to have sections in there for the state that you want to be licensed in. So I provided ways in the lecture to show you how you can look up those different things, the NBCC website and thereforth. So don't just Google it. Make sure you go to the actual website because the information you get may not be accurate. But every state has its own board, and the regulations will be with the, you know, Board of Counseling for Kentucky, Board of Counseling for Virginia. So just look up the state Board of Counselors, and you'll find that information at the website. So I did educational requirements for that state, the clinical requirements, what the residency hours are, what exams they accept. Some of them have additional exams. You'll see more of this in the lecture because I go over this. And supervision requirements, and if there's any specific CEs that you have to get ever so often. And then I just put in an other because I think that some states are so different. It's good to have like some type of other thing that made it different. And so you're going to do that for the state that you want to be licensed in. And so when everybody puts theirs in there, then you're going to respond to another person's post. So it's really smart to kind of do like, hey, I'm going to do Kentucky or I'm going to do Virginia. Put that in the heading of your post because it's really a lot easier for the person responding to you to choose a state that's different than theirs, because when they have to go in and they have to write and evaluate if differences in states, it's kind of nice for them to be different states. It makes it a little bit easier. But if there's a lot of similarities in states, then you only have to do a response to peer. Your goal in that response is evaluating the differences. So telling them that they did a good job, which they may have done. Telling them that it was really cool how they added this in here. Those will not get you your points. Every discussion board has a very specific way in which you are to respond, and that's how you get the points. So your initial response is worth 50, and your response to appear is 5, and it has to be either evaluation or something that was extremely noticeable that was different and interesting about that state. So make sure that when you respond that you do that. And the only thing else that I wanted to go over was going back to the first discussion, just so that you'll make note of your discussion modules. This is in Module 1 and in Module 2, but in the beginning of the overview, you're going to notice that there is a link right here, review options to select a video for your signature assignment. You have a draft due in Module 4, and your assignment is due in Module 7. So it's really smart within Module 1 or Module 2 to click on the link in the first of the module and look at the directions. And here are case vignettes. They're videos, so they're easier to watch than having to read stuff. You're going to watch some of these, and you're going to pick one of these that you are the clinical supervisor of, and that's what you write your ethical decision making model paper about. So we're going to talk more about that as we go along through the modules, but the first thing you need to do is just glance at these 5, figure out which one you want to do it on, and then that way at least have a starting point. And that is all of Module 1.